Hello everyone. I wanted to go ahead and do a quick video of the garden. I got everything mowed a few days ago. Of course it's not perfect because I can't get real close to the plants with the lawnmower, or I mow over the plants. But this is what my big garden is doing. On walking out here, I just stepped on a wasp and got stung, so of course I'm ignoring it. That's just what I do, but I should probably go in and put something on it. See, the eggplants over there are getting pretty big. I actually am like shocked that they actually made it. I just said that twice in one. I shouldn't have. See how big they've gotten? I'm surprised that they made it at all, because when I got them they were just this little itty bitty 2-leaf per plant kind of thing. So far they don't have any bugs. They're doing really well. I would just stay out here in the garden forever if I could. I would just stay there. These are the little itty bitty tomatoes also that I didn't think were going to grow or do very well at all. I've had to string them up just a little bit, and they're covered in flowers. So I might actually get tomatoes off these. I wasn't expecting to. I figured we'd have a big crop of green tomatoes. I've got a row of, oops, I stepped on a stick. I've got a row of carrots and beets here. It's actually reasonably long. It's probably just made you guys totally dizzy. I'm good at that. Standing on a stick again kind of makes me fall sideways. I was going to... Here's my longest zucchini. That'll be ready to pick tomorrow. They grow really fast. I've got volunteer arugula everywhere. That's a lot of fun. We're gonna get a storm. It's coming. So I need to go roll up windows and everything. Forest is growling. This is a Brazilian starfish pepper. Aren't they beautiful? Little lantern looking peppers. I've got peppers all over them. I don't remember how many are back here, but I do know it's quite a few. I think we have 90 something hot peppers. 91. And this is the volunteer tomato that I showed you guys in the past. Covered in flowers, but I don't see any actual tomatoes yet. This is a cherry tomato. These will be really little. Not the giant cherry tomatoes, little itty bitty ones. We'll go ahead and leave the big garden. Closing the gate. My moon is out here somewhere. I'll show you guys how tiny she is. She keeps hopping out of the fence. She goes right back in there. Look how happy the chickens are. I'm gonna run away. They're chasing a bug. All my babies are big enough to make adult sounds now, and they should be laying soon, except for the miniature one over there. That's she's actually older than the Wyandottes that you see there, the black and white ones, but she's a miniature chicken, so she won't get a whole lot bigger. That's he's the same breed. That's my little rooster. Oh no, all his tail feathers are missing. I think River is pulling his tail feathers out. See, there's Moon. She jumped the coop. I want to see what she does when I get close to her. She's not much for being put back in. She's like, I don't like that. I wish I could catch her on camera and show you how big she is. She's really little. She's about the size of a pigeon. But she's going to go away. So I'm going to just not chase her and leave her alone. Try not to step on another wasp.
Hello?
Hi. Watch where you're going. Mama got stung, see?
Where?
On my foot.
Where on your foot?
I just showed her the red mark. And she's like, where? These are the tomatoes. I guess you'd say the oldest that I planted. They are now taller than me and covered in blooms and covered in tomatoes. These are, again, volunteer cherry tomatoes. They're covered in tomatoes as well. See, I've got one that's turning back there. A couple here that are orange. These are persimmon tomatoes and pineapple tomatoes. And the sunflowers drooping as new ones come on. I love being in the garden. I like being in my yard, period. I would just stay out here all the time if I could. Trying to find a good example. There we go. See, there's a good example. This is the persimmon. Or maybe it's a pineapple. I don't know because I can't tell which branch is coming from which plant. But it's one or the other. I think we only have one plant out here that's actually a red tomato. They're all orange or like a variegated color. The pineapple is a variegated. I need to tie up this poor little thing. That pepper is making it too heavy. There's a couple of tomatoes over here. These are cherry tomatoes too. And the peppers are doing really, really well. I've got beans going everywhere. And these are my oldest eggplants. They have little buds on them, but no eggplants on them yet. Remember, I got everything planted really late. This is the arugula I have growing in here. Beans. I don't see any really big ones, but I picked them 2 days ago, or a day ago. It's confusing when I've been out of touch with things. This is another volunteer tomato. I just let it go. And it's covered in little tomatoes, little cherry tomatoes. More sunflowers. This is my biggest watermelon. This is a miniature watermelon. More tomatoes. And more beans. I had no idea when I planted this stuff exactly what everything was. Like I said before in another video, a lot of the seeds, I had somewhat of an idea of what they were, but I had no idea, exactly what I'd saved them from. I didn't write anything down. And I've got my first fruit, or whatever you would call this, on this plant, and these are butternuts. I thought that they were cantaloupes. They have a very similar leaf to a cantaloupe, and melons and squashes are often hard to tell what it actually is from the seed. So they're butternuts. I have this wild, overspilling butternut plant, and it's actually been pulled in. My daughter was trying to pull everything in so that I could mow the lawn the other day. So the tendrils, if I opened it all out, it goes out, a good 12 feet from the bed. But see, the watermelon leaf, it was easy for me to tell what's watermelons and what's not. It had the much different leaf than the other, and it has the line down the middle, even when it's a little itty bitty leaf and still looks like a squash plant or something. So I always could tell which ones were watermelons and which ones were not. So I'm not going to bother walking all the way. Sorry, I know that makes everybody dizzy. I'm not going to bother walking all the way over to the front to show you guys the jalapeno peppers and everything in the front. And it would just take a lot of time. Look, I have a strawberry. It's almost ready. You know, the strange thing is, if you look down in here, see what that is down there, guys? It's an ant nest. You would think they would eat the strawberries, but they don't. I have one around the base of each plant. Like I said in another video, these are plants that survive the winter. I only have 2. And for some reason, the ants don't eat the strawberries. Just leave them there. And still the basil. And I believe that this is horseradish, but I'm not absolutely sure. If anybody knows if this is horseradish, it is some kind of radish. I don't know what it is, though. I just left it there because I thought it was fun.
Come here, Mommy. Mommy, look right here.
Yes, it's fine.
Back here. Well,
Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off there.
keep track of her.
I'll talk to you guys another time. Have a good day. Bye.